so wild the seas that flow. Around his island home, gently slept a baby, waiting to be born. Dreaming in his world where perfection waits to be, a raggery boy is made to cross the wildest sea. Generations of hardy men created in his bones a harmony of oceans with men from island homes. So sleep and dream your days, the tides will wait for you to carry you ever onwards towards your faithful crew. And you will lay your anchor as generations before, where your footsteps lead you beside the beckoning shore. Rathlin Island, rich in both its history and mythology, stands proud at the northmost point of Northern Ireland. But we wish to take a deeper exploration into the history of the island, speaking to the residents of Rathlin and getting their views on this historic and overlooked landmark. First, we spoke to Aoife Malloy, a long-term resident who can give us a deeper understanding of the community spirit that exists on the island.
So how long have you lived on Rathlin Island for?
I have lived on Rathlin for 10 years now.
What is it about the island made you decide to move here?
Sorry. I have been visiting Rathlin for about 25 years, since my dad and his wife moved here, and then about 10 years ago decided to come for the summer and work in the manor house, and have been here ever since.
And, are you satisfied with the level of schooling on the island?
Yeah, the kids, I mean there's 11 kids in the school now, so there's 1 in preschool and 10 that range from P1 to P5, P6. The schooling they get here is amazing, and the opportunities they get here in school are fantastic. It's not really like the mainland. They get a lot of one-on-one attention, which really helps them and brings them on and prepares them for secondary school.
Can you tell us about the different jobs you've worked on the island?
Oh my goodness. When I first moved here, I worked in the manor house for a few years, and then I did home help for another few years, and then I have been working in the shop, which is a community run shop. I've been here for about at least 5 years now, I think, as well as working in the kitchen, in the bar. Everybody here has at least more than one job.
What are the benefits of living on a small island like Rathlin?
Probably for me, I would say the sense of community and the sense of belonging. I mean, a lot of people think maybe, oh, you'd be lonely on Rathlin, but I think even when you're living in a big city, you can be lonely. Here, everybody knows everybody, generally knows everything that you've been doing as well. So you can't really get away with much, but I suppose the biggest example for me would be when I had my kids, and we brought them home. When you bring the children home from hospital, the community gather at the boat and meet you to welcome the new baby back to the island. So, you know, if you live in Belfast, you could probably have a baby and nobody would know, but here it's a real celebration. So, yeah.
Historians reckon that the Rathlin Island was the first Irish island to be inhabited. Man is presumed to have arrived on the island between 6000 and 5000 BC, settling from Scotland. Rathlin Island has a long and storied history, has been the site of many massacres throughout time, with the most notable massacre taking place on the 26th of July in 1575, when more than 600 Scottish and Irish had been massacred by a war party headed by Sir Francis Drake and the Earl of Essex, Sir Henry Sidney. The leader of the defence of the island, Sorley Boy MacDonald of the MacDonald clan, had his entire family executed in the massacre, along with 400 civilian men, women and children. Next, we spoke with Penny Sewell. Penny, like Aoife, is a member of the Rathlin Co-op Committee and has lived on Rathlin Island for over 20 years, along with her husband, after they travelled over 11,500 miles from New Zealand. Penny is a local craftswoman and performs wood carving, pottery and silversmithing.
I visited here first in 1991 in about March, and fell in love with the place. The isolation, the freezing temperatures, and just the fact that you could actually go for a great big wander and not run into anyone. You go from 2 big islands to 1 tiny island, so we're kind of used to having to be resourceful, having to think about what you're going to do and how you're going to do it, and not being able to nip to the shops. The Rathlin Co-op in its previous incarnation was running a kiln with ceramics and some wood carving and some blacksmithing, and I learnt some of the skills that I've got through those people.
During World War II, a British warship named the Drake, ironically after Sir Francis Drake, was stationed off the coastline of the Church Bay on Rathlin Island. The Drake was sunken by German U-boats during the war, and the warship's ammunition scattered into the sea. Even today, cordite, the waterproof explosive used to replace gunpowder on the British warships, washes up on the coastline of the island. Today, Rathlin Island is home to a small, tight-knit community of individuals, each with their own fascinating stories to tell.